All right, so I have no knowledge of this game. I have not played it. I have not read much. I have not watched anyone else playing it much, but it looks like it's right up my alley. So, oh, the Potamus Patrol, my title, uh, Grand Poobah. There we go. Flag sizzle, etc. Hey, Zach, welcome. So let's see. Flag, sigil color, background. I'll leave all those. We won't skip the opening, and we won't play on Iron Man. Let's choose our difficulty. Battle hardened adventurer. Why does it start me out on the hardest difficulty? That makes you wonder. Let's go with adventurer just while we learn the ropes here. Let's see what this is all about. So this is a tile-based turn strategy game. In an era all but forgotten, the gods once lived alongside humanity in the heart of Calum. However, an unknown cataclysmic event plunged the world into a dark age. History was lost to time, and so were the gods. In their absence, a rebuilding humanity was left to contend with the emergence of a great being of darkness from the void. Every few decades, in an event called the Scourge, the dragon's arrival would bring death and disease to the land. Those afflicted by the dragon's blight would lose their minds and bodies as they slowly became abominations of flesh and outcast to society known as the Blighted. Despite centuries of effort from the Vanguard Order, the realm's greatest heroes, no lasting victory against the dragon could be achieved. Humanity has now come to accept the inevitable of the Scourge as part of life, enduring or, in some cases, thriving despite of it. With whispers of an impending scourge circulating, you and your company find yourselves in a burial crypt not far from the city of Andilian, a simple retrieval of smuggled supplies, or at least that's what your employer had promised. Okay. So this is the tutorial, I believe. We'll find out. Yeah, so basically there be dragons. Okay. So I like the art style. That's what attracted me to the game first. Ooh, that is small. Damned grave robbers, stay sharp. No doubt his companions will have heard that. Everyone stands still, tensions rising as they grip their weapons tight and scan the room for further hostiles. You hear a muffled shout from someone in an adjacent corridor, likely directed towards their now deceased associate. The sound of quickening footsteps soon follows, and three figures burst through a doorway at the far side of the room. Shoot! Should I go and alert the others? Yurik shakes his head, eyes fixed on the enemy. No time for that. We have no choice but to fight. Begin combat. Okay, so some tutorial things. Looks like we got our turn order up here. It does have kind of a Dead Cells vibe to it. Okay, survive the battlefield, or survey the battlefield with WASD. You can also pan holding the middle mouse button. Okay. All right, so we've got our three baddies. Looks like we got an archer and two others. Movement. On their turn, each character can move as many hexes as their movement stat allows. You can move onto any green hex and still perform an action afterwards. To cover more ground, you can sprint to any of the gray hexes, but doing so will end their turns. This is an XCOM style mechanic. Finally, you can swap places with an ally by moving onto their location. This can be useful for setting up attacks or removing the ally from harm's way. Move the Stormcaller into cover by clicking left mouse button on the indicated hex. Okay, so there's a piece of rock here. So these would be our sprint moves, and this is our move. So we're going to run to here. Okay. Delaying or ending your turn. If you don't have a desirable move or action to perform, you can delay a character's turn until the end of the round by hitting the wait button on the hotbar. So this is very similar to Eratus, had a similar mechanic. Alternatively, you can end your character's turn by using a guard action on the hotbar. Doing this will increase their defense and evasion until the next round. So that's like an XCOM hunker type of thing. Click the wait button to delay the Stormcaller's turn. Which one is wait? Wait is N. Okay. Sorry, I have the tiniest bit of sniffles. Abilities. Class abilities have a certain amount of charges available during the course of the mission, indicated by the blue numbers on the hotbar. More potent abilities will have fewer uses, so plan wisely. With the enemy advancing on us, we can set up a trap by using the Pyro Lancer's Call to Cinder ability on the indicated hex. Okay. What is the indicated hex? Let's see. So, okay. So it wants me to use this ability, the 3 ability, and it wants me to use it here. Okay. Ooh. All right. We just got shot. Ha, fool, you triggered my trap card. Hazards. As you can see, it is important to pay attention to any traps and terrain hazards when positioning your units. To gain more information on a trap or terrain type, you can mouse over the hex in question. Some abilities are able to push or pull targets, which can present certain opportunities for both you and the enemy. By forcing targets into obstacles and terrain, you can inflict bonus damage and other harmful effects. Move the pugilist into the position and use his Crescent Wave ability to push the enemy into the pit. Okay. Oh, okay. So here's the pit. Interesting. Wait, but so I'm going to walk over a pit to get here? It looks like? Because I think this is the pit. Yeah, this is a pit. This is also a pit. Find a walk-on, but can break if someone is knocked onto them. Aha. Okay. So we move to here. And then we use a Crescent Wave to push this guy back. And he's roasted. Oh, wait, why'd he come back? I thought that would be an insta-kill. Okay, so it wants us to move to here with our swordy person. I'm looking forward to it, Zach, but it does look like it has a lot of elements. Let's see if they start to melt away or if they get more complicated with time. Every character on the battlefield exerts a zone of control on hexes adjacent to their position. Now that your Guardian has engaged the enemy, they are no longer able to reach your Stormcaller without being subject to an attack of opportunity. Okay, so this means that when you try and move past a unit, they get the opportunity to whack you on the way by. This goes both ways, and the Guardian cannot leave the enemy's zone without suffering the same. There are some exceptions to this rule, such as the use of abilities that incorporate movement, or when the would-be attacker is suffering from a debilitating status effect like stun, which I think might be what's happening to this guy over here. Got it. Okay. Conserve your stamina, keep him busy. Basic attacks. Okay, so we always have a basic attack. Though basic attacks are generally deal less damage than other abilities, there is no limit to their usage. It is wise to conserve some of your unique abilities for later. Perform a basic attack on your enemy by clicking left mouse button on the indicated hex. You got it. Oh, I have to select it still. Okay. That didn't hit for nothing. Okay, so this is the character that we waited on. Most attacks and abilities are subject to line of sight. Okay, we understand that. When a character has no vision of an enemy, they are unable to target them. Large obstacles, such as pillars, can block the line of sight entirely. Smaller obstacles, such as barrels, crates, and another enemy unit, will partially block line of sight under the right circumstances. A target who is partially visible will receive 50% less damage. So this is cover, essentially. The Stormcaller has taken position behind a smaller obstacle Because he is adjacent to it, he is able to look over the obstacle and gain full vision of the enemy archer while remaining only partially visible in return. The Stormcaller's Conduit ability can devastate a single enemy from range, but it takes a few turns to channel. Select the ability and target the enemy archer. Okay, so we're going to do this, and we're going to roast ya. So we're channeling. Positional awareness. The nearest enemy... With the nearest enemy stunned, the Pyrolancer can safely move past their zone of control without incurring an attack of opportunity. Let's aid the Guardian and sprint to engage her target. Okay, so this character is going to move to here, and we're running by this guy, and because they're stunned, we're allowed to do that. Oh. Oh, but when we moved close to it, we did take that second attack of opportunity. Okay, and then we deleted that fool. Okay, so I think we're just going to basic attack here. Love it. Sprint. Your pugilist has killed an enemy and gained sprint. Sprint is displayed underneath each character's portrait. Oh, this is spirit, not sprint. Never mind. Sprinting is a different thing. Okay. It also plays a role in determining a character's post-mission fatigue. During combat, spirit is gained through feats such as killing an enemy or winning a fight. It can be lost through adverse triggers as well, such as when an enemy lands a critical strike, or in extreme cases, a party member dying. So is that... I think the white bar is... Oh, the white bar is spirit, and then hit points are how full of red they are. Flanking enemy. Targets are considered flanked whenever you occupy two opposing hexes around their location. Doing so will increase the damage they take from all attacks. With the Pyrolancer already in position, we can move the Guardian into a flanking position and attack the enemy for extra damage. Wait. Oh, so we have to get on either side of them? Okay. And now if we do our basic attack... Okay, 132 is less than this guy hit, generally. So, this character is a ranged character, so I think we just do that. Wow. Stormcaller hits hard. Okay, this much we know. Looks like we received a piece of paper or a bandage. A bandage stabilizes injuries, dispels bleeds, restores a small amount of health. Okay. Cool. Yurik sheathes his weapon, gazing around the room to make sure all are unharmed. Everyone all right? Edwin looks down to assess their condition, somewhat surprised at their apparent luck. Oh my gosh, it's got to stop scrolling. Not a scratch, it seems. This is too much. This is too much text. Game. Really? All right. So everybody says they're okay. Grave robbers, desperate scourge are looming. Van points in the direction he came from. Oh, the names of people too. At least we're getting paid. We'll revive them. We've been in worse situations. Aye, that we have, boss. I was just hoping my last job would be free of surprises. Last job, you're leaving the company. There's some emoting. He's been reminding us for weeks. Retirement would excite you. Uh-oh. This is starting to give me Griftland vibes. They handled themselves well, all things considered. We'll make soldiers out of them. All right, now, plenty of time for talk later. Okay, hopefully not. Watch your backs, folks. Believe me, I'm taking no chances. All right. Okay, dungeon exploration time. Most actions you take while exploring a dungeon will cost time. The passage of time can have various consequences and is represented by the time meter in the bottom right. We should begin exploring using left mouse button to move our party onto an adjacent tile. Okay, so we're at 2 of 12. So we move to here. Scouting can be useful in order to spot enemies, traps, and other surprises that may await you. Does cost extra time, however, so it should be used sparingly. Use right mouse button over the tile to scout in that direction. Okay, so we right click here, and that gives us a little more information. We have camping ability, scouting, and moving. Okay. Exploration events. When interacting with an exploration event, you'll often have multiple choices available to you, sometimes costing various amounts of time. Your characters will have their own opinion on the choices you make. Very Darkest Dungeon 2-esque. Yeah, I'm seeing some Diablo vibes as well, Sam, for sure. Although definitely this is less ARPG, but it's got that kind of isometric thing going on. Which can affect their overall loyalty to the company. Okay. Some actions require a stat check, and the character with the highest relevant attribute will be chosen for the task. The character in question will give you some feedback to help you gauge their chances of success. If you have any tools with you, they will be consumed to boost your chance of a successful action or to perform a unique action. Okay. Don't expect to find much value, but it's not like they'll be coming back. For one time, we can loot it. No sense in leaving. No sense in leaving it for another to find. Take what's useful, or it might belong to someone else. We should leave. Okay, and then in the upper right here, we have who likes it and who doesn't, based on rash and cautious, which I guess at some point we'll see their stuff, but we'll take the stuff. We got a small healing potion, a bandage, and tools. Okay. But someone was happy with what happened and someone was not. So we could right-click to scout. Using provisions during exploration. Provisions can be used in both in and out of combat. While exploring, you can assess your provision inventory in the bottom left. Excuse me. Or by pressing I. Like other actions, provisions used during exploration have their own associated time cost. Our Pyrolancer, Yurik, is hurting a bit after the last encounter. We should use one of our potions to restore his health. So we bring up the inventory, and then we do this, and we do this. All right? Oh, and you don't exit the inventory by pressing I again. Noted. Okay, we got a battle. Oh. Deadly Contraptions. Hey, Rose. This is called the Iron Oath, and this is a demo. So I'm just trying it out. I'm very curious about it. It has kind of a hex-based turn strategy game, taking some influence from XCOM, and an interesting kind of almost Darkest Dungeon-ish tile exploration system. You've noticed that there are traps. The traps here seem to be more sophisticated than most. Best remind everyone to be careful. Traps deal double damage. Okay. So this is a modifier that happened during our run. Time modifiers. As you explore the application of various time modifiers will present you with new challenges for you to overcome. With each time modifier applied, your party will slowly become unnerved and suffer a small amount of lost spirit. Due to these factors, it is important to be efficient and spend your time wisely. You can see which modifiers are currently active next to the time meter in the bottom right. So we got this Deadly Contraptions event. And it looks like we're going to fight. So fight number 2 is happening. Whoa. There's a lot of dots on the ground here. What's up with that? Oh, deployment phase. During the deployment phase, you are able to reposition your party ahead of combat. Left mouse button on any character to move them, and click on any valid hex tile to confirm their new position. Once you're satisfied with their formation, click Start Combat to proceed. Okay, so it looks like I can move someone up here. Let's see. So I think... I'm trying to decide if I want to take up like defensive positions and use this as defense, or not. I'm going to take this as a defensive position, I think. So let's have everybody start up here, and let's see how terrible a mistake I've made. Ooh, we can get all the way in on you. Fists of... Okay, so now we need to read some abilities here. Crippling Force. The pugilist strikes an adjacent opponent, warps behind them, and then quickly delivers a second strike with their palm that knocks the target into the previously occupied cell. Oh, cool. So you can, like, swap positions with someone. Or Crescent Wave. This is the one that we used before. And you can kick someone into another square, knocking them back. Fists of Fury. Target two cells in a row. First must be empty, second must be occupied, dashing forward and striking their target. Okay, so that's a mobility ability. And then Mind, Body, Soul. Target self or a single ally, cleanse them of negative effects. Okay, so we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna do a regular attack here. Nice. So that was an attack of opportunity there. Okay, this is working out quite nicely. So this is our tank type character. What is this energy resource? Things I should know, right? So we have Blinding Strike, Cleansing Light, Dawn, and Safeguard. Okay. I'm just going to do a regular attack here. Okay, they seem to have made this one pretty straightforward. So I'm getting a little bit of cover here, I believe. Whoa. Okay, that was just a crit. So I think if I move to here... I think... Which one was the one that... So I think if I target this one, it attacks her. Is that correct? Okay. Cool. Okay, I might have overextended our monk-type character. And then I can't actually get around to get this guy done. So I guess we'll just wait. Can I already shoot you? No. Okay, so... Oh, have I already voided my ability to move? So I can target these to shoot them. But pressing escape goes to the menu. Okay. Oh, I can re-enable move this way. So I'm going to move to here. And try and zap her. Alright, and then nothing to do there. Okay, so I'm going to move across this way. And I think that's just the kill. Okay, I probably didn't need to take any damage there, if we're being honest. But what is this here? You signal to halt as a faint, distant rumbling becomes audible, steadily growing, louder and closer with each passing moment. You look upon it, noticing cracks forming in the ceiling. A small amount of rock breaks off and falls around on the floor around you. Yurik bumps against you and tugs your arm, urging you to run. It's a cave-in! Breaking into stride. Yeah, this is a lot of reading. I've learned my lesson. I'm not going to read all of it, or my voice will not last at all. All right, they're reassuring one another. Our priority is to find them. Hopefully, they've already received the supplies. We could still do with a little luck. All right, I don't know what happened. I guess we can't go this way because of the cave-in. All right, let's go this way. Oh, now we have to traverse it. Path is blocked by a pile of rubble. Okay, clear the path ahead. So move the rubble takes 4 turns. Blast a hole with magic takes 1 turn. Let's do it this way this time, because last time we pissed off the opposite type. All right, we crawl through the gap, sliding down the pile of rock onto the ground. Okay. Oh. Regroup with Torn and secure an exit. Find you when the job's done. Are we losing one of our people right now? Okay, so they're necromancers. Okay, it seems like we're all still here. Okay, we got to fight. Okay, so we got... Oh, disorganization. As the mission drags on, you find it difficult to maintain proper discipline. Yeah, absolutely, Zach. I'm not mad at it. I do think that dialogue needs to be used kind of judiciously to get the pacing of the game right. Deployment phase is now skipped. Your troops begin scattered on the field. Okay. Okay, so we could technically get to here and then use our attack that gets us 1 closer. But I don't know that we want to do that. I think I'm going to move to here and then wait. Okay. Oh, boo. I think we just regular attack here. What do we have? Wildfire, Return to Cinder, Infernal Pillar. Do some of these have range? I haven't figured out what all the icons on the bottom bar mean quite yet. Okay, so these are all still low range. Technically, I could Infernal Pillar this guy. I want to learn what things do. So, all right, let's get some D up here. So it's a 50%. Why? What does the blind indicate? Let's roll the dice. All right, and then we're going to skip your turn. Okay. Uh-oh. Getting a little scary there. Cleansing conditions. Okay, you can remove negative conditions from your characters with cleansing abilities, or by using an antidote. Not all harmful effects can be cleansed, though, such as injuries or the flanked debuff. For clarification, you can mouse over a status icon of the effect in question to read the tooltip. Okay. So who were we saying we had an effect on? I don't think I know. Yeah, I don't think we actually have an effect. Oh, but we can swap positions here to protect. Return to Cinder. Pyromancer marks a vacant cell. Okay, that was the trap ability. And then this one is very expensive. I don't know if this is how many times we get to use it. Oh, there's the leg injury. Got it. Okay. Now I understand. So we could use Infernal Pillar again. We only have 1 more of these. Oh, we can't. Okay, so if we move to here, maybe we get a... Okay, what are these? Oh, falling rocks. Okay. Why didn't I get an attack of opportunity there? Okay, she got knocked into there, which was interesting. Okay. Huh. So there's something a little funky there. Oh, so many things are happening. All right, all at once. So character level ups and abilities. When a character gains XP, they will level up and receive an attribute point. The attribute point and an ability point. The attribute point is used to upgrade and alter the effects of the character's abilities. You are not required to spend either of these points right away. You can access the level up screen later in the management menu. All abilities can be viewed, equipped, and upgraded by going to the abilities tab on a character within the management screen. Okay. So the stars, I presume, are the ones that this guy scales off of. So let's put one into each of those. Oh, and then we get 2 of these. Okay. So we liked this ability. Whoa. That's a lot. Wow. So every ability has... So for instance, we could take our Crescent Wave and make it do more damage and Sunder Armor. Or add 1 charge to it. But I think I want to go Acrobatics and Acrobatics 2 to get 30 evasion after we use Crescent Kick. Okay. That's a deep system. Okay, so Wisdom and Intelligence. Oh, so I should read what all of these do. Crit damage, HP, and evasion. Accuracy, crit, and evasion. Hit points and defense. Starting spirit and defense. Crit damage and perception, I'm going to assume that is, also affects attack. And crit percentage and accuracy also affects attack. So I'm going to do... Actually, I'm going to do 2 into intelligence then. Oh, and I don't think I clicked that confirm button over there. Interesting. Okay, I like range. And I like charges. So we'll try using Tempest. Okay. Now, our Guardian... Why do you not have Constitution as one of your things? I feel like Constitution should be... We're going to do a Constitution and a Charisma, because I know this better than the game, obviously. And then... Let's do more damage and interrupt channels. That seems useful. And we'll take the leather tunic, which if I go to inventory... Okay, so I'm going to give you that. And then we have bandages. Oh. Leg injury is bandage now. Okay, let's save that then. Oh, we could also use Dawn to heal someone like this. Got it. Very interesting. Okay. So I don't know what this icon means, but let's progress. Oh, it means lots of reading, I guess. Okay, so Yurik runs his hand along the wall of the interred dead. Okay, got it. It's like graves. Eager to share his knowledge on the matter. The Vanguard keeps it tightly controlled, though. At least our efforts haven't been wasted. Let's regroup with Van and hope that they found us an exit. Did we used to have 5 people? Or who is Van? I feel... So at the moment we have disorganization. Oh, so disorganization is a permanent effect. Ooh, we found a crown. You hear sudden movement in the darkness ahead. The sound of bones rattling, scraping against the stone floor. Bright green eyes turn towards you, and And the undead being lets out a bone-chilling screech as it shuffles forward into the light of your torches. Moving faster than its size and awkward gait would suggest was possible. Prepare yourselves to fight. Did they just run away from me? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to sprint to here. Get ourselves set up. I feel like our Stormcaller got put in a bad place for this first turn. That's probably not good, though. Okay. So I want to try to block this pass, I think. Use the terrain to our advantage. Where's lightning? We just bought lightning. Oh, this does adjacent enemies. Okay. All right, let's just nuke this big guy. Ooh. Okay, so we can... I kind of want to do the one where we swap places. Okay, I thought that might trigger an attack of opportunity. It did not. And now my character is getting wailed on. Let's try Blinding Strike here to reduce incoming damage. Okay, and as a side note, Infernal Pillar is used up for the remainder of this entire section. Excuse me. Oh, so that was the preparatory one. That was the prepare ability. Got it. Let's move to here. I don't want to leave, but I think that guy's going to get killed soon. There we go. Enemy passives. Enemies that belong to the same group share a unique passive ability. The passive ability for these undead skeletons allow them to reanimate once defeated. To prevent them from reanimating, we'll need to target and destroy the pile of bones. Got it. Oh, I really thought that was going to kill him. Okay, so we have falling rocks here. Wait, who? Okay, we have falling rocks here. So I wonder if I push this guy backwards, if that would be advantageous. Do you have a push ability? Looks like no. Okay, nice. Attacks of opportunity prevented that one. We need to beat up the pile of bones to prevent it. Okay. Would have expected... Oh. Who do we still have left to act? How many hit points does this have? 124? Okay, so we... Oh, 2 off lethal. As is tradition. Oh, I thought this guy was dead for sure. Oopsie. Oh. Okay, so that was like a Baneling right there. Got it. It doesn't matter. Let's wait. Move out of the falling rocks. And that should be all she wrote. Okay. We got Demon's Blood and another bandage. Okay, and now Misplaced provisions. You're not sure how it happened, but you seem to have misplaced a few items from your pack. You lost 1 bandage. You needed that. Let's see. So I'm going to use one of these here and one of these here to heal up. I'm going to save the bandage because we only have 1 now. Thanks, game. Okay, this was one of those events. Party comes to a standstill. That must be others. Let the others. Let's hurry. Okay. So it looks like these are our other friends, just rocking it. Or maybe they're overwhelmed. I can't tell. Okay, no. They were doing just fine. With the last of the undead dealt with, Van hails you. Okay, so there were we had 2 parties, and we lost half of our force for the tutorial, looks like. Okay, Pile of Bones is coming back. Structure won't hold much longer. We've got what we came for. Let's not tempt fate. Okay. So that was the end of the tutorial dungeon. Injury recovery and infirmaries. 1 or more of your characters has sustained an injury during the most recent expedition and will require time off to heal. You can speed up their recovery by placing them in the city's infirmary for a cost. If an injury is severe enough, the character must be treated at the infirmary in order to recover, otherwise they risk permanent damage. Got it. So that's the leg wound. We got some money, and then these are both 0. So we get a provisions refund. We have a gear breakdown. So I assume this is the gear we were wearing. And then we found some demon's blood and a boiled leather, which has -3 to evasion, -1 to move speed, and I'm guessing 9 armor. Hello. Okay. As the last light of day begins to fade, you spot your company not far ahead. The flickering flames of the bonfires dance against the dark sky above the horizon. The rest of the company has already begun. The fact that I can't stop it from scrolling is very frustrating. All right, I've read enough of that, apparently. Here. All right. Off to your tent. So much reading. It's time then. All right. You're leaving. Goodbye, Van. Farewell. Oh, Gedrick has entered the chat. All right. Farewell nod. Indeed it won't. All right.